Hey everyone, it's LS, and this is KT Rolster versus SKTelecom Game 3. Today I'm joined by the NA Academy player Kaizen. You can find out more about him in the description below. As with previous VOD reviews, I'm not going to be doing the picks and bans because of my eye surgery. I've been gone for a few weeks, so I would feel a little bit uncomfortable talking about picks and bans and stuff that pertains specifically to the teams. And also, because of the eye surgery, please keep in mind that it's a little bit hard for me to keep track of everything that is going on across the screen. And so now we're just going to get right into it and talk about the team comps. So so in game 3 here, SKT is red. So this is the first time they're red. With that being said, they have Swain, Trist, Rakan, Renekton, right? And then KT has Ornn, Skarner, Taliyah, Xayah, Thresh. I'm looking at this and trying to really understand what.
How did Renekton get there?
How did Renekton get there? What is his purpose in the team comp? What is Jarvan? This is a win more comp.
Can you see if that was a counter pick? If Renekton was the counter pick in Torn?
I can check.
It was. That's interesting. I mean,
I just don't know what you're gonna do. Like, these three champions negate themselves against this team comp, right? This guy, what is he gonna do? You're running into a Thresh, you're running into a Taliyah, running into Skarner, running into Ornn.
and can you just pick a front line?
I don't understand. Is Fiora banned? What?
Fiora's not banned. Camille.
Where's Fiora? Fiora's so good here.
Fiora beats Ornn.
Fiora beats Ornn. Fiora adds the split push pressure. Fiora stops Skarner. Fiora adds a win condition. Fiora lets you just sit inside of your red side jungle and let her do her thing in bottom. The mid and bot dynamic on this color is terrible, I think.
Swain Trist?
The Swain Trist with the Rakan on this color.
Okay.
Like on red side. Because think about the posturing for Baron later in the game. What are they doing? They're sitting over at their wraiths and it's just ugly.
Right.
They don't actually have poke pressure. They don't have threat. They can't go into river. Rakan self-negates himself. Like he... What? Why on earth? Okay, so I said I wouldn't talk about pick bans, but this is something.
That's a Renekton.
That's something else. That is atrocious. This jungler makes no sense too.
Jarvan?
Yeah, I don't know when he was picked, but I don't know what is going on with like the Jarvan pick too. I just feel like that's terrible.
I think he wants to pick Sejuani or Zac, but KT's banning it. And then he's just defaulting to Jarvan.
That's a big problem. That sounds like... This brings me back. I'm getting flashbacks to Gravity right now. I'm like, what do you mean you can only play Nunu? I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on here.
Whoa, whoa.
What's going on? Oh, man. Alright. We didn't even like go that in depth on the roots and the pathing options of both junglers and stuff. The thing is that if Renekton messes up, top's over, and that's a big problem.
Gross if he messes up.
And then because he's on red side, if he ever overextends and Skarner has left spire and UCal has pressure in mid, that's a nightmare.
That's Ornn's
Because red side top lane is like all this area for KT to play around. If like this is just Ornn's playground.
Yeah. And Taliyah, Skarner.
Yeah.
This is like point and click.
Yeah.
Have fun.
This is really hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna aim to do. I don't know where Blank's gonna start. Because if Blank goes like this, right, he can look to do something top lane, but Ornn sort of has a say. And then Ornn's blue side, so he's naturally gonna be turtled a little bit.
I wonder who pushes.
Yeah, it depends on who pushes. But if Ornn just chooses to auto attack and stuff and not push, Blank's route gets really ugly. Yeah. Bottom lane, I don't know what they're going to intend to do because Jarvan is going to have an awkward time coming down into bottom or approaching bottom. So now bottom is going to be put in a position where they have to wait until later into the game and they have to really fight over this. right? Talia doesn't really have a reason to go into bottom. Fortunately, these two champions are actually pretty good at getting away, I think, from Talia level 6 games. So I think that a lot of the pressure is going to be on Thal, and then obviously Faker. So I think that KT's route, or their plan should be to play left-centric and control this Spire and this Spire, and have, like, pink ward here, right? And then just have, like, pink ward here if you can have the lane in this state. Otherwise, just have, you know, regular ward. And then if you can do that and control this, anytime that UCal has priority and then also blue buff timings, they can look to just 3-man Renekton in top lane.
Yeah, even if you just have river control, it's like Renekton can't walk up. There's no way you can push.
Yeah.
It's really hard to make the Renekton look good here.
It's really hard. There's so much pressure on Thal and Blank. This isn't even a lane. It really isn't. This is like the players in solo queue that they pick like Maokai or Sion and they just wave clear.
Yeah.
And you can't kill them.
Farm.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
Because Talia can't do anything in bottom. And Skarner has no value going bottom, because if Skarner has to approach like this and they're in the middle of the lane, they can just back up and then Triss just presses R and it's over.
And you get so much more value just from going top anyway.
Yeah, you get so much more value
Even
from
if
playing
you
left
gank
centric.
bot,
Right.
you would probably still choose
Right.
to go top.
And then because you want to be playing left centric and mid centric, you're going to be playing inside of this rectangle, which is what Skarner wants.
Yeah.
Because he gets Wraith, and Herald.
3 Spires, really strong.
Yeah, 3 Spire, yeah. Everything here is so strong. And then he doesn't want to go to golems, which is a benefit for him. So I don't know what Jarvan's roots are going to be. I don't know what he intends to try to do. I don't know how you expect to get kills. Like, if Faker can get a lead early, I feel like for SKT, it's all about Faker getting a lead early. Because even if Renekton gets a lead, it doesn't mean that they still can't go 3 top. If Faker gets a lead, UCal will never have priority. Ever. And if UCal doesn't have priority, it takes away the ability to do the 3-man top, and that opens up Blank to be a little bit more free. Is this X2? Okay. Let's move this out. So he is shoving, but it doesn't matter because Blank started red wraiths. So he's not going to do anything super cheesy there. I like what Score is doing. It looks like he's probably just going to go for a full clear, and I think that's probably the best thing to do. Like what UCal did. Shoved in Faker, got the wards onto wraiths. And this denies SKT from doing anything cheesy top, as weird as that is.
Yeah.
Because that provides enough information. Love the fact that Score is like, okay, look, your team comp is terrible, your jungler pick's terrible. If I just take this scuttle and then power farm my own jungle, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
It's all over. Yeah.
And then just play for level 6, Renekton will... there's nothing he can do.
Yeah. As soon as top and mid are level 6, Renekton's dead every single game. Every single game. Is that a... What? I mean, he has a big wave in front of him, but still.
No. Renekton's gonna lead with, like, maybe 16.
Yeah.
16?
14? 15? 16, 17. You were off.
17.
Why?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a lead.
Yeah. Now Blank's top. Not doing anything. And also, this is the first game where I would say KT has the superior scaling, which is a problem.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Skarner outscales Jarvan. I know, Ornn for sure, Renekton.
Ornn for sure.
Yeah.
I think Skarner's value in the sense that he demands items. And because, like, his base efficiency, I think, is more valuable than Jarvan, given the fact that just by nature, he dissuades engagement. Right?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't let these champions do what they ideally want to do, which is a problem in and of itself.
Yeah, especially right now.
So it's not like the one-to-one scaling, right? It's more so like, where does he scale in comparison, like, when you consider both team comps, right? I think Talia, because no engage is allowed out of this team, Talia's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think it's just so problematic, especially because we already talked about how ugly this is for SKT as an area, right? I think Xayah and Thresh is just going to be more valuable. Like, Bang's the only one that you can say scales harder, but because his other teammates are, like, gimped due to the nature of the colors and the handicap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Xayah will be able to do more.
Yes.
She has weaker stats. I know this lane placement. This is very bad.
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Infernal's the first Drake. That's really, really important for SKT to get. They can't give that over to KT. For KT, it's more so like a denial, but obviously they like it. Because, and I say denial because only 2 members make use of it. Whereas on SKT, they have 4 members make use.
Right.
It's so rough. I mean, you look at the lane dynamics, and you ask yourself, like, what is Blank supposed to actually be doing? Like, some things are just forced.
Right. You can't go top. It's really bad. Nice.
He has to do what KT did with, like, an early invade pressure, as weird as that sounds. He has to mix up his opening.
I don't know if that'll work.
No, I don't know if it'll work, but I think it's necessary. You can't play a standard game with these lanes. Like, or a standard opening.
Yeah, it's really hard. So they will always get pushed. So.
This is really, really sad. Okay, so we talked about this earlier. Like, if Skarner comes from this angle, look, even with Thresh, it's just not enough.
Yeah, he can't get it. Oh?
I mean, he gets it, but...
Oh, no, he doesn't.
He doesn't, you know?
Okay, so here's... Yeah, okay.
Alright, so top lane's over.
No,
1 kill.
The same thing. It feels like you're losing both sides of the map at, like, before 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is draft failure.
it's really bad.
And also, Faker not having teleport again. Faker needs teleport if this happens to his jungler. If his jungler had pressure and his jungler wasn't getting eviscerated, he doesn't need TP.
Right. But, looks like the case.
Yeah. Infernal. Blank's trying to get it. Are they? Do they?
Yeah,
This is big. That's actually really, really, really big for them. And next Drake's Ocean. Now with... I mean, this even further incentivizes, actually, KT to play on the left side now. Because there's no objective on the right. I mean, it's still a win for SKT, but...
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at this. So, you have an Ornn with ultimate up in top lane.
They're really focused
You
on
have
top.
Talia with mid pressure.
Yep.
And scores going bottom.
But
Okay.
top is 300 gold.
They ping, I assume that's a teleport. I mean, if you look at this situation, right? Again, Faker doesn't have TP. If you look at the situation, if Skarner's just on the left-hand side, when UCal just lights this wave up and goes top, what does Renekton do? Even if Jarvan's there, nothing's happening. Like, you're still dying.
Maybe they think they have TP advantage, so they send Skarner bot so they can...
That's a win more.
Right,
If Skarner just is here right now, or something, right? And UCal does this and moves to the left, what do you want Renekton to do? He's already down a level,
Right, he has
right?
to give up the wave or die.
He has to give up wave or die.
Yeah.
Just because they move into the river. Is it necessary for KT to get this turret right now? No.
Yeah.
That's, like, asinine. Look at how far ahead they are. They don't need it. Like, these are the type of, like, macro errors that KT make for a year and a half now or something, right? Over and over and over. That was cute.
I didn't know you could take Lantern.
Yeah, I mean, that's cute, but
Yeah.
they get a kill.
It should be.
There's a world where Score dies there.
Yeah.
And it's just unnecessary.
They didn't even use Ornn TP.
Yeah. Like, Blank's in the right spot at the right time, but imagine if Blank pathed bottom. Right? Or imagine if Blank pathed bottom here. See him? He's going bottom. If he paths bottom and Skarner had gone top, and then he tries to run top, he's not there in time.
Right.
So I think they just kill him. KT are playing super win more again, so we'll just skip through this.
Against Skarner's a lot of tempo, so it's really hard for Jarvan to follow him.
Yeah.
And It's really hard for Jarvan to know if Skarner's there or not. Can't really tell where he is. So, I mean, he could be top at like any point, too.
Thing is that even if Jarvan goes top, Ornn has so much armor,
Yeah,
nothing happens. Yeah.
Stalemates, but Renekton probably still loses out.
Yep.
I mean, Renekton's always losing out.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even has to flash. I don't know what KT's... Like, I feel like their opportunity capture is just, like, missing. Why is SKT getting Rift Herald? Why is this allowed? Why do they not have pinks on the left-hand side? And why are they not just... This should have been Ornn level 10, Renekton level 7 type of a game.
Yeah. It should be 0-3.
Yeah.
Looks like. There's 2 pretty easy opportunities to kill him. Whoa.
That was a good capture by SKT. They move Ornn into bottom lane. I mean, they keep moving Ornn into a lane and not doing stuff. Alright, so he shoves in. He moves into mid now. Are they going to look to make a play? It doesn't look like it. I feel like they're not utilizing Smeb's teleport or Ukel as well as they could be this game.
They missed TP advantage opportunity.
Yeah, they've missed a lot of... Yeah.
It's actually kind of ridiculous that Renekton is within 10 CS.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Shouldn't really happen.
They have Ukel up in top lane instead of mid. Even though he would always at least be able to push waves in and then use his ult. Even though they don't have TP advantage, they still have advantage.
Right.
So they could just use Smeb.
Ornn will probably
still.
always get the TP first.
Yes.
Ornn will always have the better wave. Ornn will always have bigger impact in the fight.
Really, really, really strange. Also, Faker doesn't need to shove out that lane that fast. Should be going slower. We talk about this all the time. What? Like, why? Why? What is important about that ward?
Whoa.
Yep. Nice.
Okay.
And here's... Yeah, there's Renekton. And there's Ukel. Nice. I wish I could say something good about that fight, but I can't.
Nice.
I really can't. They're gonna lose mid tier 1 now. Like, I don't know what they're expecting. This is what I mean by their team comp negates itself. Tristana's not scaled enough yet. Faker's not actually doing anything. This was actually a pretty fortunate spot for them, too, because it was essentially an advantageous fight, because score was deleted.
Feels like this game went pretty well for SKT, and they're losing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Renekton got out of lane phase. Like,
Renekton...
they're getting, like, pretty advantageous fights, and it's like they're 5k down.
Yes.
They're going to get outscaled. So.
It's the Nayram. Well.
Yeah, so Renekton just can't play.
He can't do anything.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
I don't understand
Like,
the pick. It should have been Fiora.
Like, what do you tell your team if you're Renekton? You're like, I'll get pushed in. Like, I won't be able to TP. Like, this guy's TP advantage. He's better in team fights.
Yeah.
I can't win split.
They get top tier 1. Ocean's coming up. KT just wants to get that off the map as fast as possible. They want to try to roll another Infernal or Mountain. Because they're going to be, like, they're in the driver's seat primarily just because of the Ornn Renekton dynamic right now.
Yeah, Ornn will always get to make the first move. He
Yeah.
always gets to. Ornn gets mid prowl even if the bot lane can get it on their own.
I don't like the loss of opportunity though. I think Orange should always just shove here and then do what he's doing right now. But
you
yeah,
fog so that Bang should be able to walk up.
Yeah, Bang should not be allowed to walk up.
Yeah. If just like ever touches mid wave,
yeah,
it should be a fight. But here we go. Yeah.
Nice chaining of the CC. That was really, really nice. They end up getting a kill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I mean, this should have been happening all game long.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Making a pick on their
yes.
and stuffing the...
Orange should have been 3 levels ahead. Iceborne Gauntlet, Ninja Tabby, going bot lane at 12 minutes.
Just kill her neck and
yeah.
stop whatever they try to do after.
Tank turrets for days.
Yeah. There is... not a whole lot to do. That's pretty bad. Like what? If Renekton dies, what can SKT do in response?
Nothing. They don't have
They
any...
tried to do Baron, but they Talia wall.
Yeah.
So there's not really a good response if they just collapse on Renekton when no one has push.
Don't like how KT is not just lighting up Drake. Like, Def can shove in this wave here. Yeah, Mata's just protecting him. And then just light up the Ocean Drake. Take the Wraiths. Get them off the map. Orange shove in bottom. Go to the Drake with Deft. Yep. Just like this. Okay. Yep. Give the gold to Deft. That's fine.
Oh.
Nah, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't like this.
I don't know. Oh, does he die to burn? Well, yeah, okay. So Score almost lived, but they ended up seeing him, so...
Yeah, if that fight went slower,
yeah,
it'd be really good, because Orin was moving, but since the fight erupted too quickly,
yeah.
Orin has to TP, and they actually TP at the same time.
Yeah.
It'd be really bad.
Ucal's not in position. I don't know why Scorn's... Like, KT, all they have to do, let Orin always get prio, and then move first, and then Thal has to TP.
You wait for Orin, right?
And then you wait for Orin.
TP,
yeah.
And then you back up and do it again.
Yes, and then he doesn't have TP.
Right, and then you win.
Win, Rush, repeat, yes. But 3 should be planted in mid so that Skarner can just move with Ornn.
They win it, but it's not like... They didn't win it because they did the right thing. They're just ahead. Really strong.
They get the Baron.
Can you 3-on-1 here after Baron?
Well, someone in chat said 0-4-1, but the reason that I think 0-4-1 is bad is because it incentivizes SKT to defend. Because then they have 4 people located in mid waiting for the wave to bounce back in top.
Right.
And KT doesn't have the ammunition to break the turret yet. They don't have a Baron. There's no reason to have vision control over left-hand side. There's no dragon coming up. And now, if you try to send Skarner or Talia to help out with the Ornn, they just send one person and it doesn't work. Right. There's 0 reason to do 0-4-1. 0-4-1 is an error. You always just do 1-3-1, and then Skarner dips down into bottom with Ornn, and they kill. That's just always what you do. Or you do 1-3-1 with Talia here, and then Skarner and Talia go bottom and kill. Even if they have 3 people, because Talia's present with the Skarner, it might come too quickly, you just kill the Renekton.
Right.
Depending on the speed at which you push.
It's not like there's a response from SKT.
Yes.
You can force numbers, and they can't Baron's not on the map, they have no objective.
There's no reason not to just have the 3 lanes pushing and make it so that they cannot have someone bounce to protect Renekton. Mm-hmm. But with 4 people in mid, they can.
You set up slow push on bot wave, and they're 4-1-0. They're just gonna fight.
Looks like bottom is slow. Yeah. Ornn's coming up mid. This is fine. That's not a good angle. They could just recall here and then do 0-4-1 now. Because now with Baron, they're looking to siege. That would be fine. They could also do the thing that usually Ryze often does with like Maokai or something, right? Where you have Talia go with Ornn.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you do 0-3-2, and then Talia hits the turret, and Ornn just protects her.
Right.
And Renekton can't do anything, and even if they send 2, the main point of it is that Talia has like this thing right here, right? And the whatever the ground thing is called. And you just slowly whack away at the turret while doing 0-3-2.
Yep.
Right? This is another instance where 0-3-2 is pretty okay, right? You can still do 0-4-1 and, you know, chip away at this turret, they concede it, you lose this, and then you escort the 2 waves up. But then at that point, you have to make sure that you thread the needle, likely going to be in top lane because Dragon's coming up, so you want the top lane to be slow pushing. And then once the top lane's slow pushing, then again you do 0-3-2 because 0-3-2 is just going to be the best at that point because Talia gets chip damage. They're going to be split 0-3-2, and then they're going to probably end up sending Faker to top lane once the wave crashes. So then it's going to be a 1-2, like a, or it's going to be like a 1-3-1 or like a 1-2-2, and that's just awkward because then you're guaranteed to get chip damage. You get chip damage, you back up, you get the Ocean Drake, you reset, you start the thread in bottom lane, and then you do it again. But 0-3-2ing here is always going to be good because of the ranged melee dynamic versus melee.
They're not going to do that. They're just going to fight.
Right. No, I know they're not going to do that.
They will Ornn ulti. They will dive tower.
No, we're talking about what could have happened immediately after getting Baron. Yeah. They get the 2 turrets anyway. SKT is not interested. Don't like what they're doing. There's no reason not. Like, I like that they wait till 29 to capture Drake because now it forces Elder. If they kill that at 28:30 and another dragon spawns, that's really, really bad.
Yep.
3 Ocean. That's actually nice for 0-3-2ing, I guess. Or just siege stuff in general. This isn't good. All they have to do is wait for Baron. Just wait for Baron. And instead, what are we doing? Alright. There it is. Here it is. Oh, there it is, Faker. Did he have flash? What?
I don't know.
What?
He's saving it for late game.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Really broke the game open on that one. With the lane assignments. Well,
So they got
I
mid
mean,
inhibitor.
I guess that's fine. I mean, it just looks like. I don't know, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Baron's up. Wait for mid to shove in. Talia walled him out. Eat away the blasting. There's no reason to look for a fight. Just get the Baron. Oh god. This shouldn't even be allowed to happen. What are they doing? Eat the blasting plant, did they? Okay. Take it. Come on. No. No. Okay, I thought I was gonna get stolen. That was way too close for comfort.
Why couldn't they Talia wall?
She's a Democrat.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it might not work to get sharpened, but she's a Democrat. Okay.
All right. So they end up winning the game.
Whoa, what a surprising result with the
Yeah.
Renekton. Renekton's 0-5. What happened?
Oh, man. This sums up the Renekton pick. Let's just watch it. Watch it all unfold. Where is he? Oh, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh. Here he is. Let's follow him.
In?
Yeah.
Alright, he gets a stun.
Alright.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
You like that?
That's about, yeah, that's, I want to play that champ.
Alright, cool.
I mean, I don't even know what Renekton doing well this game would look like.
I don't either. That's why I'm saying it should just be Fiora.
I mean, I think
she was open.
Too. Yeah, Fiora would win versus. If you pick Renekton because you want to win split and like throw in towers, then why are you not picking Fiora?
Renekton. Alright.
Okay.
Well, that pretty much sums up the game. I mean, so Blank is getting annihilated early. A lot of it is also because of lane dynamics.
Yeah.
Right? And then the game reaches a point where Faker not having teleport is getting punished because his jungler is compromised.
Mm.
The drafts are weird. Renekton didn't make sense this game. But KT isn't actually capitalizing on what should be possible either. Like, why was Skarner going bottom? Why wasn't Renekton down 3 levels? Why wasn't Renekton down 3 levels? Why aren't they playing left side river with 3 pink wards? Especially after Ornn was already ahead. Why were they committing to bottom lane when Deft and Mata were already ahead? And there was no dragon on the right hand side of the map. Doesn't make any sense. Like, their lane allocations and where they're choosing to play, like in the mid game, continues to be seemingly bad, but they get away with it because they're so strong, fundamentally.
Right.
So it's so weird.
And like a lot of it because of the early game too. They get winning lanes in mid and top, and Score just runs over the whole map. Like what Score's doing in these games, it looks like he's fucking smirking.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Demonetized, by the way. Thanks. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's go into game 4.